How you doing, VC? It's Jeff, Glowing 00 Cabbage here, back for another video. I got better light this time, so you can see how old I'm looking and how gray I've gotten. Actually, I've always been gray. Anyways, I'm here to show some music and try to get back onto this making videos regularly thing. It's great to see many of the old vets of the VC still making videos and doing meetups. I noticed that Fred just met up with Anthony Comploni, which is pretty cool. I wish I had easier access to visit with some of you people, because you're all so great. I don't really have too many people in my little town here, St. John, New Brunswick, in Canada, to rap about with music and have, like, you know, people stop over and have listening parties and stuff. But I envy those of you that do. So anyways, you're here for some music, and I'm feeling quite out of practice with this thing. But in the background, we're listening to this. Roger Coleman and Sam Bird doing Who Doesn't Fade. I was thinking that I would be able to maybe play this in the background and not get stung by YouTube. You never know though, you never know. Maybe you can't really hear it all that well. It's fantastic, it's really great. Just two tracks, one 40 minutes long and the other one 37 minutes long. Roger Coleman plays the Moog Sub 37 Mooger Fugger, Mooger Fuggers, Arturia, virtual synths, guitar, turntable, kalimba, loops, and effects. And Sam Bird plays drums, percussion, kalimba, Yamaha DTX Multi-12. Yeah, great, really great music. Definitely check it out. All right, so I got a little bit of I had a very rare stroke of luck when it comes to like picking up records recently. My radio station, my local radio station, university radio station at UBSJ, the University of New Brunswick in St. John, recently have a new director and a new program director, and they've collectively decided to sort of get rid of all of the records that aren't of Canadian content. So they're trying to get away from playing, you know, hits or anything that's not Canadian or whatever, at least in the vinyl spectrum. And I caught wind of this relatively early, and I was able to go by, and I picked up 60 records for $100. That's about $1.25 each. And some of the stuff that I got was just unbelievable. I was just able to just, you know, just go through and pick what I wanted, and I was really, really lucky. Like this kind of shit never really happens to me. It's usually you just go to the, you know, the Value Village or the Goodwill or whatever, and you find crap. But this time it really worked out, so I was really, really pleased with what I found. And these are the ones that I've listened to so far and just enjoyed, so I thought I'd share them. So we'll start off with this, My Bloody Valentine. I do believe that this is an EP. It is called Feed Me With Your Kiss. This was fantastic, really great, kind of shimmering, shoegazy kind of stuff with several sort of heavy aspects to it as well. The thing is with these records is, well, not so much this one, but usually they just have like writing all over them. CJ, what is it? CRSJ. But so the covers and stuff are pretty wrote right off, but the records are always in pretty good shape because they just really didn't get played very much. So I was really happy to find this. I don't really know much about how rare this record is, but I know My Bloody Valentine records, you know, they're quite sought after, so I was really happy to pick that up. And then, so a lot of this stuff is from like the 90s and like mid to late 90s and stuff. This is no different. This is the Pixies Viloria. Really happy to find this. This is a Canadian pressing of this. But it's not Canadian music, so I got it for $1.25. and it's still in great shape. Like the record itself is just pristine. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with this, with the Pixies in my mind. I was just the biggest Pixies fan way back when I started actually really exploring music. Like the Pixies were huge. Were huge in that. I still, to this day, like, I just love Trompe Le Monde. That album is just one of my favorites by the Pixies. I know it's a lot of people don't agree with that, but I just love that album. I got this. There wasn't much jazz at all. Like maybe somebody had gotten in there and picked it up, but I listened to this yesterday and I was really lucky to pick this up. This is Billy Hart, Enchanted. Is that Enchanted or Enchant? Anyway, this is just fantastic free jazz. Really, like with just an all-star cast of musicians: Eddie Henderson, Oliver Lake, Hannibal Peterson, James Lott, Mark Gray, Dewey Redman, Buster Williams. Honestly, you just can't go wrong with this album. If you're into exploratory jazz in the free jazz spectrum of things, this is fantastic. It's actually, the artwork on the front is just perfect for the music, if you ask me. But lucky to get that as well. This was a very pleasant surprise. I've always loved Les McCann. I find he's super underrated. But I know he's got some amazing albums that are like huge favorites in the BC. But I've never ever seen this one until I picked it up. And this is Talk to the People. It's a super funk outing. It's unbelievable. He does a great cover of What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. And the first tune on the second side, called North Carolina, I mean, look it up on YouTube. It is just unbelievable. It's fantastic. So Les McCann's Talk to the People on Atlantic Records. Great shape. Great album. They had a lot of 12-inch singles, and so I picked up a few. This George Clinton, Quickie, kind of a comical song, exactly about what you would think, quick copulation, if you will. It's really great though, actually. Like, you can't. I mean, George Clinton is such a character, and he makes some pretty incredible music. Some of it, in all honesty, is a little bit cheesy at times for me, but maybe not for everyone. But this is good. Another jazz gem that was in the collection, Keith Jarrett, Baya Blue on Impulse Records. Another album with just out to lunch, amazing musicians added to this album. Like, it's just, Dewey Redman, Charlie Hayden, Paul Motion, just the list just goes on and on. It's incredible. But I think there's one tune on here that just blew my mind. I think it might have been Rainbow. It was on the latter part of the side one. Anyway, Keith Jarrett, can't go wrong. Great stuff. Oh yeah, this, I forget. I got this just strictly for the cover. I know it's all written all over and stuff like that, but I'm like, what is this? I thought it might have been like a psych record or something like that. But Freaking Out the Court is the name of it. I thought it might have been a compilation until I read the back, and it is literally like Renaissance music, like court music, performed by instruments of the period. And I don't know, sometimes I'm in the mood for stuff like this. Like, I don't know what it is, but anyway. But this is good for, $1.25. It's definitely something that I think that maybe Chris Cole would like. Perhaps, I don't know. Yeah, I'd never had this in the collection, and it was nice to pick this up as well as original pressing of R.E.M. Green. Listened to this while making supper last night, and it was just, oh my God, talk about go down memory lane. It's just an incredible album. A lot of really great gems, all except for Stand. I still cannot stand that song. No pun intended. All right, some newer-ish kind of Depeche Mode with some some remixes on the other side. I forget which remix was great and made this record worth keeping, but there is one on there. It might have been the Blawan dub or something like that. But this is off, I think, their most recent album. Wow, this is 2013, so they might have another one after this. But this is pretty decent, though. It's pretty decent. Flamin' Groovies. Picked this up. I have one other album by the Flamin' Groovies. Really cool, sort of UK psych, like in the vein of, you know, Rolling Stones. Fantastic album. I loved it. It's great. It's on Sire Records. It's all marked as shit, but it still sounds great. We at 10 minutes. I won't make this too long. More Pixies. This is the Here Comes Your Man single. And it's got some cool tracks on the other side too. Weird at My School and Dancing the Manta Ray, which I don't know. I think they're live cuts and they've never been on any album or anything like that. But I love that artwork, man. The 4AD artwork. This was a really pleasant surprise. I didn't know what to expect with this, but the Fusion Orchestra. They're UK-based kind of. This is an album called Skeleton in Armour. I know a lot of probably the psych heads in VC would know this, but it's more prog, and it has like really adventurous passages in the music. And I really enjoyed this a lot. It's reminds me a little like Zappa-esque, and I don't know. It was really good though. I really enjoyed this, and this is on the. Some of these, like a lot of these, don't even have any sleeves or anything. They were just thrown in there. But what is this? Capitol Records. But yeah, Fusion Orchestra. This was great too. Roy Buchanan, can't go wrong. He's such an incredible guitar player. Every time I hear his music, like him play guitar, it just blows me away. And he's really like adventurous. He comes up with like really experimental sounds on certain songs on this album that you wouldn't even think was a guitar. It's amazing. I'm a Ram is on here. CC Rider. It's just a fantastic outing for him from 1974 on Polydor. Again, cover just shot to shit. Like, but it's the music I'm after, people. It's the music. Yeah, I'll leave it at this for now. My chicken wings are ready, so maybe I'll do the rest. Actually, I'll just show them quickly. I won't say much about them. So, Richard Thompson. I'm just doing this because I'm hungry. You know how it is, like the stomach's grumbling, and it just kind of takes precedence over records. The Ramones, End of the Century. The Animals, Please Feed the Animals. This is an original pressing, really, really nice on ARC. Billy Bragg, Levi Stubbs, Tears. It's just an EP or, yeah, like an EP kind of thing. Kemper Van Beethoven. What is the name of this album? Our Beloved Revolutionary Sweetheart. This might be a double, actually. If anybody needs this, let me know. Perhaps we can do a little trade or something. And Bernie Senesky. Jesus, I always get the name wrong. But this is okay. This is. I expected this to be better, but it wasn't. Anyway, so there's some of the records I hope to do. I'll be doing more to show the rest, all 60, as I listen to them. I don't really want to show them unless I listen to them, you know. But I hope you enjoyed Roger Coleman and Sam Bird, who just released a new album called The Mathematics of War. Check it out. Perhaps I'll leave a link down at the bottom here for listening to that. I was lucky to do the artwork on both of these albums, on the newer one and that one. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Nice to see you, VC. I'll talk to you later. Blah, 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 blah.